Your life as a rookie, DEA agent, assigned to a cartel task force. You arrive before sunrise. The parking garage under the federal building smells like oil and wet concrete. Fluorescent lights hum overhead. Someone has left a styrofoam cup on the hood of a government sedan. Cold coffee, half finished. You're 26. Your badge still feels heavier than it should. Inside the elevator, a senior agent stands beside you. He doesn't introduce himself. He doesn't need to. Everyone already knows where they fall. When the doors open, the hallway is quiet. Beige carpet, metal filing cabinets, old case boxes stacked against the wall, each one labeled with a Sharpie marker. Dates, seizures, investigations that stretched for years. You sign a clipboard at the task force desk. Your name is at the very bottom. No one says welcome. A supervisor hands you a thin folder. Your first assignment, vehicle surveillance. You thought the job would begin with raids and arrests. Instead, you're handed a pair of binoculars and a key to an unmarked SUV with 180,000 miles on it. Your partner shows you how things actually work. He points to a warehouse on the edge of the industrial district. Corrugated steel walls, 2 loading bays, 1 security camera above the door. That place moves about $2 million a week, he says. Maybe more. You sit there for 12 hours. You learn the rhythm quickly. Box trucks arrive between midnight and 3 in the morning. A black pickup circles the block twice before every delivery. A man in a red jacket always unlocks the side door. You write everything down. License plates, timestamps, number of people entering the building. Surveillance is mostly waiting. The engine idles softly. The radio murmurs in low static. Occasionally, another task force vehicle passes slowly down the street, pretending not to look. You eat fast food in the driver's seat. Cold fries, gas station coffee. By the end of your first week, the smell of the SUV has settled into your clothes. No one talks about promotion. It doesn't happen that way. Advancement in this work is procedural. 6 months in, your reports become cleaner. Your notes are shorter. You learn which details matter and which ones don't. At the end of your first year, you're allowed inside the briefing room. Maps cover the walls. Photographs of suspects are pinned beside them with red string marking supply routes. Someone has written numbers on the whiteboard. Shipments, 400 kilos. Estimated revenue, $8 million. Known operators, 23. Most of them you've already watched through a windshield. You start assisting with wiretaps. A small room in the building holds the equipment. Recording systems stacked in metal racks, green lights blinking steadily. You spend nights listening, hours of conversations in Spanish, truck schedules, code words, delivery times. The voices start to become familiar. A man named Arturo complains about diesel prices. Another argues about a missing shipment. Someone laughs about a birthday party. They sound ordinary. That part unsettles you. After 2 years, you're assigned to a permanent cartel task force. Your badge number doesn't change, but your responsibilities do. Now you coordinate surveillance teams. You approve informant payments. You attend operational planning meetings that last 3 hours and end with a single sentence decision. Continue monitoring. The bureaucracy is quiet but constant. Every expense needs paperwork. Every informant payment requires 3 signatures. You learn the phrase everyone uses. Operational necessity. It appears in reports, in memos, in conversations that happen just outside the conference room door. By year 3, you're handling confidential informants. They meet you in grocery store parking lots and empty diners. One of them always orders black coffee but never drinks it. He slides information across the table in folded napkins. Truck routes, storage locations, a warehouse outside Tucson. You write the details in a notebook you keep locked in your desk. In exchange, the agency deposits money into an account you control, $2,000. sometimes $5,000. You tell yourself it's part of the system. Without them, nothing moves forward. Outside the office, life begins to narrow. Your phone stays on at night. Your partner notices you checking the window before turning off the lights. Conversations at dinner become shorter. You stop explaining what you do. Not because it's classified, because it's easier. By year 4, the investigation grows larger. You're tracking shipments that cross 3 states. The cartel you once watched from a parking lot now stretches across multiple jurisdictions. Another agency joins the task force. Meetings become crowded, 20 people in a room designed for 10. PowerPoint slides listing seizures and projections. Someone calculates that the organization moves nearly $500 million every year. The numbers are impressive. The arrests are slower. Every operation requires patience. Evidence has to build carefully. One premature move can collapse an investigation that has taken years. So the system waits. More surveillance, more listening, more reports filed under the same case number. You notice something during these years. The same trucks keep moving, different drivers, different routes. But the shipments continue. The structure adapts faster than the investigations. At home, the quiet grows heavier. Birthdays pass while you sit in parked vehicles watching loading docks. Your partner stops asking when you'll be back for dinner. The job has begun shaping you in small ways. You scan every room when you enter. You remember license plates without trying. You trust fewer people. None of it happens suddenly. It accumulates. Year 6, the task force finally approves a major operation. 30 warrants, simultaneous arrests across 4 cities, coordination with local police, federal prosecutors, and tactical units. Months of preparation are condensed into a single morning. At 4 a.m., agents gather in a briefing room. Maps, radios, bulletproof vests stacked on folding tables. You watch younger agents checking their gear, the same nervous energy you once had. The raid begins before sunrise. Doors breach, suspects detained, evidence boxes carried out under flashing lights. By noon, 22 people are in custody. News cameras appear outside the federal building. The case is announced as a success. The next week, another briefing begins. Different cartel, different investigation. You recognize the pattern. Every case ends with numbers. Arrests made, cash seized, drugs confiscated. The structure remains. The routes shift slightly. The shipments resume. The realization arrives quietly. It doesn't happen during a raid or confrontation. It happens late one evening while you're reviewing surveillance reports. You're reading the same details you wrote years earlier. A warehouse, a truck, a delivery scheduled between midnight and 2. The system you've spent years fighting is larger than any single case, larger than any task force, larger than the career you built inside it. For a moment, you sit still in the office chair. The fluorescent lights hum softly overhead. You understand something irreversible. The work matters. But it never finishes. Years later, retirement paperwork appears on your desk. A simple form, 30 lines, several signatures. You clear out your office slowly. Case files go into archive boxes. Your notebook goes into a drawer that someone else will open next year. On your last day, you return the badge. It feels lighter now. You leave the building in the late afternoon. The parking garage smells the same as it did the day you arrived. Above ground, traffic moves through the city. Somewhere, a truck is unloading at a warehouse. Another task force vehicle is already parked down the street, engine idling quietly. Inside, a new agent sits behind the wheel, writing down license plates, waiting.